Hello everyone, my name is Dave Partner, and in this tutorial we are supposed to look at more operators, but I like to take this tutorial in such a way that it will be much easier for you to understand JavaScript. So before we treat more operators, we need to treat another topic called if and else statements. So as soon as we cover this, then we can actually use this in using if statements, because they are for comparison. They are called comparison operators. Wait, I just hope I get the spelling of comparison. So hopefully that's correct. And let's look at an if statement. An if statement is used to check. It returns true if whatever parameters that you have inside it is true, the expression is true. So it goes like this: if expression, if it is true, then statement. So which kind of means if this guy is true, then do this, if not, just keep. So once it evaluates what is inside here, the expression inside here, and is not true, it doesn't return true, like this. Or 1 and true is the same thing. If it doesn't return true, it jumps to this part of the code and continues here. So it ignores whatever is inside. So let's look at something. Let's declare two variables and call one first name and John, first name. Then we declare second name and say second or middle name, and we say John. So let's check if first name is the same as middle name. Write documents write. Yes, they are the same. So this is how to use the if statement. It's that simple. So let's check whether they are the same. We'll refresh and we get yes, they are the same. So what if we changed it a little? What if we put capitals here and refresh? They don't show up as the same because in JavaScript things are case sensitive. This is not the same as this. Alright, so the next thing we're going to check is what if we want to check another thing. What if we have a variable last name equal to partner, okay, and we say middle name is Dave, first name is partner. Okay, so what if we have this? As you can see, the first name, let me write this as else. Else if. Okay, John. I just want to make it easy for you to copy the code later in case you need it. So we have first name, then here we're going to check for something else. Okay, we're good to go. So we have, as you can see, first name and last name are the same thing. So we're checking if first name is equal to middle name, do this. But what if it is not? So else if first name is equal to last name. Document.write. Yes, first and last name are equal. First and last name are equal. So what we just did here is we basically said if this guy is equal to this guy, do this. Otherwise, check if this guy is equal to this guy, then do this. Alright, so you can use this multiple times. You can just keep adding else if and so on and so forth. Else if, depending on infinite number of times, depending on all the things you want to check. Okay, so sometimes in your app you need to check if the user is logged in, and if he's logged in and he's the admin, if he's logged in and he has made their payments, if he's logged in and he has done, etc. So you can check, you can use if else statements to check for infinite number of times. Remember, the structure is the first one must be an if, then subsequent ones must be else if, and you must always insert the expression. Okay, so let's test this out and say refresh. Yes, first and last name are equal. So this is the one that got executed. This second one executed. So what if it's possible that none of these guys might return true? So we can just say else. So you can have if statement, then you have else. You can have if, else if, and finally you have else. So this is the way to evaluate the default condition. So if none of these guys was met as true, if none of these guys executed, then the else statement will execute. So we have right else none of them are correct. So what if we changed this to capital T? It means first name is not equal to middle name, partner is not equal to Dave, and first name is not equal to last name because partner is not equal to partner because of the T. And then since both of them didn't meet as true, so we should just print a default something. That's the use of else. So we can refresh, and as you can see, none of them are correct. None of them is correct, isn't it? Wrong English. Okay, so you can actually use if and else together just straight up like this. Sometimes you just want to test for two things. You just test for this. If this is not true, then do this. So some parts of your code you want to check sometimes if the user accepted terms of agreement. If they accepted, then do this. Otherwise, don't run the entire code inside the else. So sometimes you just check for things like that. So if we run it, it will still give us the same thing. None of them is correct. I've corrected the English. So that's how to use if and else statements, and most of the times almost all the times you're using your comparators, your comparison operators, you're using them inside the expression part of an if statement, inside here. Alright, except for ones like ternary operators like this one. Alright, so that's why I had to treat this topic first before we get back to this. Okay, so thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and see you.